Okay. Appreciate everybody coming in here. This could be the best place to be right now. It's raining a little bit out there. So Ryan Blaney has joined us, and Ryan is he's having a heck of a season. He's driving the number 21 Motorcraft Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center Ford, and certainly is one of the bright young stars in our sport. Ryan, talk about, we're about midway through the season in the Sprint Cup Series in particular, and you're certainly up there at the top as far as Sunoco Rookie of the Year. You've had a good season. The racing's been good. Seems like there's some good momentum now as we start the second half. Just talk about the racing as you have seen it, and then also how you are looking forward to the second half of the year, starting here this weekend at Kentucky.
Yeah, I think the racing has been really good. The new rule packages and everything NASCAR has been doing has been good for the sport, and I think you've seen it at Michigan and then this weekend with a little bit different rules package. I think it's a step in the right direction for sure. So the racing's been a lot of fun. It's been great to be at the racetrack every week with the Wood brothers, and it's actually hard to believe we're already halfway through the year, to be honest with you. It's gone by really fast, and I guess times fly when you're having fun. So it's just been a good year so far for us, and hopefully we can keep getting better and better for the second half of it.
Questions for Ryan Blaney. Let's start right here with Fred, and then we'll go to Mark, and then the front row.
Hi, Ryan. I'm Fred Calgill with the CBS affiliate in Louisville. First impressions of the repave, resurface, reconstruct, and just some thoughts about, in a situation like this, the peace of mind of knowing that in theory it's going to be a lot quicker getting it dry, and how that affects you as a driver knowing there won't be a long layoff.
Yeah, I thought the repave is different for sure. I had the opportunity to test here 3 or 4 weeks back, and was definitely different. You know, they changed the whole shape of turn 1 and 2. Gave it more banking and everything, and it's noticeable. And it took us a while for our teams to kind of get used to it, but I think you've seen it in practice. I saw it last night in the truck race that it did widen out a little bit, which surprised me, and it's a good thing. So that's very promising for the Xfinity race tonight and then the Cup race tomorrow. So I think it's coming in pretty good. I know Goodyear's done a good job of developing a tire for both series. For the new surface, that's always a hard thing to do. Maybe come to a new fast racetrack, and they also did a great job of building this. I don't know if you've seen that tire monster that they've been having. I think that's sped up the process a little bit of rubbering and racetrack. So they did a really good job on that deal. What was the other part of the question?
In terms of the weather the way it is, knowing that
yeah.
days it was like 3 hours or more. Now this might be, if you're lucky, when it stops less than an hour.
Yeah, it's you know, there's certain things that we like and don't like about repaves, but one good thing is that it dries very fast. You know, this was probably the hardest place to get dry, and even when we did get it dry, there was always wet spots on the racetrack that we couldn't help. And now it's going to be very fast to be able to dry this place. So that's the promising side of it. So we'll see. I'll get my stopwatch out whenever it stops raining and see how long it takes for it to dry.
Let's go to Mark, and then we'll go front row, and then we'll go to Claire.
Ryan, got a couple questions for you. Number one, given where you are right now in the points, how do you feel about, if you don't get a win, being able to point your way in?
You know, I don't really pay too much attention to the point situation. We go out and try to win every single race each weekend, and that's the mindset that we have. And the rest of it will figure itself out. You know, we just want to do the best job that we can, and if we perform like I know our team can perform and run up front every week and run top tens, and you know, that other part will take care of itself. But right now we're focused on going for wins, and you know, we're not going to be conservative. I want to go win races. I'm not going to back out of a situation where I think I can win a race just a points race right now. You know, I want to be aggressive and go try to win a race. So I don't really give that side too much thought.
And the follow-up to that is, it looks like, you know, potentially we could have 2 rookies in the chase, and a lot of folks wouldn't have figured that at the beginning of the year. How do you feel about the fact that both you and Chase could wind up in that final 16?
Yeah, that could be possible. Obviously, he's sitting really good right now. They've done a really good job all year, but that'd be great. That'd be really neat. I think it'd be awesome for the sport to have a couple rookies in it, and you know, some young guys. There's some other young drivers that could be in it. You know, Austin Dillon's sitting in a good spot, and Larson, he's starting to come back up to a spot. So that'd be really great if we could get some rookies and then some younger drivers too into the chase.
Let's go here to the front row, and then we'll go to Claire and then David Scott.
Second hand's very fun stretch. You got your first Xfinity win here. You got your most recent Xfinity win here. You know, does that help you at all? It's you know, different cars, but how does that momentum help you anytime you come into this place?
It helps. You know, it helps self-confidence when you can come back to a racetrack where you've had success. Honestly, Kentucky's probably been my best racetrack. You know, now it's completely different, and the new racetrack and new surface and everything. It changes, but it's still the same Kentucky, and your same mindset coming back here of, hey, I've won here and have had good runs. It definitely helps you, you know, boost your confidence up a little bit, and then that helps your team too if the driver's confident. So it's just nice to come back here. This is a neat facility, and even though it's a little bit different, it's still, you know, the driver still has kind of its same mindset coming back.
Let's go to Claire B. Lang, then we'll go to David Scott, and then to Fluto, and then to Chris.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. I know yesterday a lot of the teams were scuffing tires and they didn't get a lot of time on the track. And then today, you know, we had the qualifying called, and some fans are tweeting, well, it's early, why call qualifying? Well, it's because you guys can then get more practice. How much do you trade out the qualifying for more practice? How much do you need the practice for today?
I think, you know, you said it right. A lot of teams scuffed tires yesterday. You know, we had 16 sets of tires that Goodyear suggested that we scuffed all of them. And, you know, with the testing that they've done, they thought that was the best part of getting them hot, letting them cool down, and then recover, just so we don't have any problems in the race. So we didn't get a ton of time kind of changing our car yesterday. We didn't change anything on our car today. How little practice we got. I think we scuffed 3 sets of tires, and it started raining. So that was unfortunate, which I think it's great that they're allowing us to get some more practice in. We needed it for multiple reasons. One, this new surface and the tires and the new rule package. You know, we're still kind of in the unknown about this new lower downforce package. So I was really upset that they canceled qualifying for practice last year, but I'm really happy they did it this year, mainly because we missed the race last year because they canceled qualifying. But I'm happy NASCAR made that decision. I think it's good, and I think that's what most teams wanted.
Go to David Scott, then Fluto, then Chris.
David Scott from the Charlotte Observer. Ryan, what's it been like this year running for an open team? Has it made any difference in how you view things beyond, I guess, qualifying when there's more than 40 cars in the field, and that's something else you got to worry about?
Being an open team and a non-charter team, that doesn't bother me one bit. I know there was a bunch of talk about it at the beginning of the year, and it was made a big deal. I don't see it affecting us at all. They do a great job, and it's kind of just a title that, you know, you kind of wish you had, but it hasn't hurt us yet, and I don't think it's going to hurt us in the near future. So it doesn't bother me one bit. I think we do a great job just how it is, and I don't really view us as a non-charter team or an open team or anything like that. I view us as a very top contending team that does a really good job.
Let's go to Fluto, and then Chris Knight.
Guru Shinzawa, Boston Globe. I'm wondering from your perspective, just with your team, and then you see the results and the success that Gibbs has had, what has that been like? What's your perspective when you see 4 cars that are just so powerful week in, week out, and what do you think has made them so robust this year?
No, they've done a good job. You saw them really improve the second part of last year, and they've definitely carried that momentum and success over to this year, and they've done a really good job of adapting to new rules packages. So they've been fast really everywhere we've gone, and really basically it's 5 cars you're running against over there with the 78, pretty much being a sister car to them. So they do a great job. They get a lot of support from their manufacturer, and we do too. So it's just a matter of putting our heads down and getting better, and I think we've done that. Our team and the Penske team over the past month, we've made big steps and big gains to be able to be closer to them and be able to beat those race cars. So, you know, props to that team for sure. They've done a good job, but I think, you know, this sport, it goes full circle. You know, you see teams rise up and be dominant for a little bit, and then another team comes up, and it's pretty funny to me watching it all the years that my dad was running, of which teams would be really good for months or years at a time, and then, you know, new teams or different teams find something that's really good, and then they surpass that team. So it just comes full circle, but the only thing that we can do is put our heads down and try to work hard at getting better and better, and I think we've made a big step in the past month to that.
Chris?
Chris Knight, CatchFans.com. Ryan, some of the drivers that are running double duty, maybe even triple duty this weekend, said that they feel like they'll have an upper advantage tomorrow night, with especially with weather conditions expected to be similar. Do you feel like that the extra track time will play into your hands tomorrow night, and especially since running the Xfinity race under the lights?
Yeah, I think so. I think the Xfinity race is going to be huge to run tonight, and I'm fortunate that I'll be able to run it. Thanks to everybody who let me participate in that. But it's going to be really big to get extra track time. Anytime we can go to a racetrack and run the Xfinity race or the truck race before the Cup race is huge. It's even more meaningful when we can do it on a newly paved surface. You just kind of figure out where the track goes, and the best thing is they start at pretty similar times, so we'll be able to compare a lot more notes from this race tonight over to tomorrow, and I think if we do it right, we can really learn a lot.
How was your tire wear yesterday and then today?
It was interesting, but we're on a different tire over there on the Xfinity side, and we run on the same tires the trucks over on the Xfinity side, and we got some notes from the BKR guys from their race last night, and they're really different tire feel-wise, and we saw a little bit of blistering yesterday on the Xfinity cars if we made a long run, but the Cup stuff we haven't seen anything on, so I think we'll be fine as far as tire wear-wise.
Any additional questions for Ryan Blaney? Well, Ryan, thanks for coming in, and good luck this weekend in Kentucky.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ryan.